Hello everyone, selamat datang. Welcome back to VJ's English Club. I'm Pat Vincent. Today we're going to get into something really important in English grammar, conjunctions. Now, what are they? Well, you can think of them as the jembatan or the bridge builders that connect our sentences. Getting these right is going to make your English sound so much better, so much more natural. You ready? Let's get started.
So here's our game plan for today. First up, we'll answer the big question. What are conjunctions? Then we'll meet a really cool group of words called the FANBOYS. After that, we'll explore how to connect ideas that aren't quite equal. And then we'll look at some conjunctions that always work together in pairs. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with a quick summary and some tips. By the end of this, you'll be building sentences like a pro, for sure. Okay, so before we start building those sentence bridges, we gotta know our tools, right? Here's our vocabulary for this unit. Now, don't feel overwhelmed. Let's just try a few of them together. Just listen and repeat after me. Conjunction, coordinating, subordinating. Nice! Feel free to pause here and just look over these words. They're going to be super helpful for everything we do today. All right, section 1, let's dive right in. The big question, what exactly are conjunctions? You see the title here? We're calling them the jembatan of sentences, and that's literally what they do. They build bridges that connect all of our ideas together.
So, to put it simply, a conjunction is a word that connects other words, phrases, or even whole clauses. Its main job is just to join things together so we can make our sentences longer and way more interesting. Jadi, tugas konjungsi itu adalah menghubungkan kata, frasa, atau klausa. It's just like a bridge connecting two little islands to make one big connected community.
Okay, let's meet the first and probably the most common type of conjunction, coordinating conjunctions. Now, the most important thing to remember here is that they connect two ideas that are equal. They have the same level of importance. Jadi fungsinya untuk menghubungkan bagian-bagian yang setara. And guess what? There's a really easy and fun way to remember them.
And it's this word right here, FANBOYS. It's an acronym, a simple word that helps you remember all 7 of them. Let's go through it. F is for for. A is for and. N is for nor. B is for but. O is for or. Y is for yet. And S is for so. Come on, say it with me. FANBOYS. See? Super easy to remember, right? Now, each of these FANBOYS has its own special job, its own makna, or meaning. As you can see in this table, for gives us a reason, and adds information. But shows a contrast, or gives us a choice, and so shows a result or a consequence. Go ahead and take a good look at the examples here to really see how each one works in a sentence.
Here is a perfect example using but. See, I wanted to go is one complete idea, and I was tired is a different, contrasting idea. The word but is the perfect bridge to connect them both. Saya ingin pergi, tetapi saya lelah. We use this one all the time in everyday conversation. And here's another great one. This one shows cause and effect. So what was the cause? It was raining. And what was the result? The effect. We stayed inside. The word so is that bridge that connects the reason to the result. Saat itu hujan, sehingga kami tetap di dalam. Yeah, so is fantastic for showing the result of something.
Okay, you guys are doing great. You've met the FANBOYS, which connect equal ideas. But what happens when the ideas we want to connect are not equal? Well, that's where our next type of conjunction comes in. Subordinating conjunctions. These are used to connect a main, strong idea with a less important supporting idea. Jadi, inyo untuk menghubungkan ide yang tidak setara. Now, to really get this, we need to understand the difference between two types of clauses. So, look on the left. An independent clause is strong. It's a complete sentence, and it can totally stand on its own. Bisa berdiri sendiri. But then, on the right, you have the dependent clause. Think of it like a broken piece of a bridge. It's not a full idea, and it needs that independent clause to make any sense. Tidak bisa berdiri sendiri.
These subordinating conjunctions are usually grouped into different jobs they do. Some tell us about time, waktu, they answer the question, when. Others explain the cause, sebab, and they answer why. We also have conjunctions for contrast, condition, syarat, and purpose, tujuan. Let's check out a few examples.
Okay, here's one for time. When I arrive, I'll call you. See how that first part, when I arrive, isn't a complete sentence by itself? That's our dependent clause. It just tells us when the main action, I'll call you, is going to happen. Ini memberitahu kita waktu kejadiannya.
Next up, cause, or sebab. She stayed home because she was sick. So the main independent clause is she stayed home, and the word because introduces the reason why. Why did she stay home? Because she was sick. Simple, right? It explains the cause. Ini menjelaskan alasan di baliknya.
All right, now for contrast. These conjunctions are great because they show us something surprising or unexpected. For instance, although it rained, we had fun. You know, normally rain might stop the fun, wouldn't it? But although shows that the opposite happened. We had fun anyway. Ini menunjukkan kontras atau sesuatu yang tidak terduga.
And here's a good one for condition, or syarat. I'll help you if you ask nicely. My helping you is conditional. What's the condition? Well, you have to ask nicely. So the word if introduces that condition that has to happen first before the main action can happen.
Fantastic work, everyone. We are on to our third and final type of conjunction, correlative conjunctions. Now, these are special because they always work in pairs. They're like best friends who are never apart. Mereka selalu datang berpasangan untuk menghubungkan bagian kalimat yang setara. So our first pair is either or. We use this one to give two choices. Either you study now or you fail the exam. It's a very clear choice between two options, two possibilities. You gotta pick one.
Ini memberikan dua pilihan dan kamu harus memilih.
Now, the opposite of that is neither nor. This pair connects two negative ideas. It basically means not this one and also not that one. For example, neither the teacher nor the students understood. That means the teacher didn't understand and the students didn't understand either. Everybody was confused. Ini menghubungkan dua hal yang sama-sama negative.
This one is excellent for making your English sound a little more advanced. Not only, but also. You can use it to add another piece of information, usually something even more impressive. She is not only smart, but also kind. It really emphasizes that she has two amazing qualities, not just one.
And our last pair for today is both and. This one is really simple and super useful. It just confirms that two people or two things are included. Both David and Maria came to the party. It just means David came and Maria came too. Both of them were there.
Wow. Okay, we have covered so much ground today, and you have all done such a great job hanging in there. So let's just do a really quick summary, a ringkasan, just to make sure we remember the three different types of sentence bridges we learned about today.
So just remember these three groups. First, we have the FANBOYS, our coordinating conjunctions, and they're for connecting equal ideas. Second, we have the subordinating conjunctions for connecting unequal ideas. And third, the correlative conjunctions, the ones that always come in pairs. If you can just remember those three things, you are well on your way.
And listen, remember that learning grammar, it's like exercising. The more you do it, the stronger your English muscles are going to get. It's okay to make mistakes. In fact, that's the best way we learn. So just keep practicing, keep building those sentence bridges every single day. Terus berlatih setiap hari. I really truly believe you can do this.
Terima kasih banyak. Thank you so much for learning with me today. You were all awesome. Keep up the great work, keep building those sentence bridges, and I will see you in our next lesson. Believe in yourselves. Goodbye for now.